Welcome to the first lecture of our beloved course, Grammatical Structure. Let me remind you of the things that I told you about in the orientation lecture, المحاضرة التمهيدية. I told you to bring this book, Understanding and Using English Grammar. Why? Because we are introducing this book to this course for the first time. So let me say it in Arabic. لا تعتمد على ملخصات ومحتوى الأعوام الماضية لأن المحتوى المقرر تم تحديثه وتجديده عن الأعوام الماضية. So today we are going to study, I think you have studied this before, but let us revise what you have studied, and then I'm going to explain to you what you have missed from the courses that you studied before. We have today the present simple. I'm sure that you have studied the present simple in the intermediate school, in your high school, and in the first year here in the university in general English reading and writing. But let us revise. It's very important that we start from the first chain. It's like a chain. We should start from the first chain so we can move smoothly to the rest of the courses or to the rest of the units. The present simple, المضارع البسيط. In English we have this tense أو الزمن. We have in English different tenses. We have present, past, and future. المضارع والماضي والمستقبل. Like in Arabic. In Arabic we have المضارع الماضي, but we don't have المستقبل. Correct me if I am mistaken. But دائما we have الفعل الماضي الفعل المضارع. So the present simple is الفعل المضارع. So let's think about it. So if we have let me say it in Arabic. إذا عندنا الماضي شيء في الماضي، وإذا عندنا المستقبل شيء في المستقبل، إذا المضارع هو الوقت الحالي. So anything that happens in the time being is called present. But we can have present simple and present progressive, and we can have also present perfect. So let's forget about the perfect tense. Let's concentrate on present simple and present progressive. Present simple, things that happen every day. Present progressive, things that happen now. Very simple. The difference is very clear. So everything that you do every day that looks like a habit. For example, you wake up in the morning, you pray al-Fajr prayer, and then you have some breakfast, then you go to your work, you go to the university, and then you come back home, you stay with family or friends, you spend some time on the internet, you do your homework if you have homework. All of these are everyday activities, something that we do every day. So this is the present simple or the simple present. It's okay to say the simple present or the present simple. Both are correct. So today we are going to talk about the present simple. I wanted just to show you the difference between the past and the future and the simple present. So our talk today mainly will be about the simple present. So today we are going to talk about present simple uses, structure, spelling rules, and we are going to have some exercises and practices. So when do we use the simple present? Very important. When you write or when you want to speak. How or what do I use? You use the simple present or the present simple when you want to talk, as I said, about everyday activities, things that you do every day, routines, habits, general truths. General truth is like the sun rises in the east, the sun sets in the west. These are truth, facts. So with facts, we use the simple present. Routines and habits, I usually go to the gym every day. I usually play tennis. I usually watch movies. So these routines and habits, we use with them the simple present. The simple present is very easy. Very, very easy. We use, for example, I, we, they, yes, I, we, they, and you, and then we put a verb and the rest of the sentence. Like, I pray in the mosque, they pray in the mosque, we pray in the mosque, you pray in the mosque. But it's very I don't want to say complicated or difficult. When it comes to he, she, it, we should add an S to the verb. This is a signal that this verb is in the simple present. For example, we say, he prays in the mosque. We do not say, he pray in the mosque. This is wrong. He prays in the mosque. She prays in the mosque. But when do we add the S? We add the S when we use the simple present. So later, when we talk about the future, the past tense, we will see that we are not going to use this S. So it is exclusively for the simple present. And we will see in a minute in the slides the structure of the simple present. So with I, they, we, you, we don't add the S. We add the S with he, she, it. It's very wrong that we say, for example, I praying in the mosque. No. Either you say, I pray in the mosque, meaning that this is your habit, this is your routine, every day you pray in the mosque. Or you say, I am praying in the mosque. When you want to talk about something that's happening now, you describe something in front of you. So let's forget about the ing now. We will talk about it in depth when we start talking about the present progressive. So let's today just focus on the simple present. Let's see the second slide. What do these people do? This man, this gentleman, is playing. And this woman is walking. And the other one, the other gentleman, is also playing. But these people do these activities every day. Now they are doing these things, but every day they either this gentleman plays on this wheel, or this woman goes to work every day, and this other gentleman is also this gentleman plays every day because probably he works in a circus or something. Let's see the other people. He bakes every day. So we have the verb bake. And from the picture, we can get the meaning of the word bake. He or she cuts or styles hair. From the picture, we can get the meaning. He builds houses, for example, or towers, or buildings. He delivers mails. He draws or designs. He drives. He fixes or repairs plumbing or appliances. He flies. She gardens. He guards. He manages or supervises with the S. Why? In a minute we are going to know why. She paints. He uses a computer or a program. She answers the telephone or types files, take messages because she is a secretary. He sells. She serves or helps customers. He teaches. He researches or does experiments. He washes dishes. He cleans or waxes. He welds. So, why we are going to use the S with the verb? Because it's called the third person singular. When we talk about he, she, or it, when we talk about just one person, we use the S with the simple present, as we saw in the examples. He plays, he prays, he exercises, he swims, he watches, she cuts, she delivers, she welds, etc. We must, I say must, يجب أن نضع الS. We must put the S in the verb. Why? Because we are talking about a singular subject. Just one person. So we add to the verb S like goes, works, talks, does, speaks. So when we talk about just one person, not only he, she, it. For example, when we say my friend, just one friend. My boss, just one boss. My colleague, my father, my mother. When we talk about just one person, we add the S to the verb. Two persons and more, we don't add the S. Very simple. Just focus on this idea. Is it one person or more? With one person, we add the S. Two persons and more, we don't add the S. Where do we add the S? We add it to the verb in the sentence, like goes, works, talks, does, speaks, and etc. There are some spelling rules when we want to add the S to the verb. For example, with teach, we cannot add the S. Why? Because it ends with CH. So we have to add ES. It becomes teaches. We add ES. Research, the same. Researches. Wash, the same. Washes. Push, pushes. With pass, the same. We add ES. Passes, fixes, walks. So rule number 1. Verbs ending in CH, SH, double S, and X, we add ES to the verb. Very simple rule. If the verb ends with CH, SH, double S, or X, we add ES. We cannot add S only. Rule number 2, if we have the the verb ending with y and before the y consonant اللي هو الحرف الساكن. عندنا في اللغة الإنجليزية حروف ساكنة وحروف علة. حروف العلة اللي هي a, e, o, u and y. هذه حروف العلة. البقية حروف ساكنة. So the verb ends with y and before the y a consonant حرف ساكن, we change the y into ies. So the y becomes ies. Fly becomes flies. We delete the y and it becomes ies. Dry it becomes ies. Try ies. If you go to the book, you will find all of these rules in the book. We have do, go, and have. We have another rule here. Do become does. We add es. Go becomes goes. Es. Have become haves. No, it becomes has. We change the verb into has. Don't ask me why, because these rules sometimes not explainable. We cannot explain these rules. This is the English language. Like, for example, in Arabic, why do we say الولدان يلعبان ما نقول مثلا الولدان يلعب؟ ليه نضيف الألف والنون؟ It's not explainable. ما نستطيع إن احنا نفسرها. So let's do a little exercise here. Number 1, I am work for a very good company and I also student at Miracosta College. Did we talk about am, is, are in this lecture? No. We said when we use I, they, we, and you, we use the verb as it is. Nothing between I and the verb. This is the simple present. So the first mistake here is I am work. The correct is I work for a very good company and I am also. Here we should add am. We did not talk about verb to be today, but this is the correct answer. So again, number 1, the correct answer, I work for a very good company. Number 2, the manager talks. No, it should be without E. Talk. Why? Because it ends with K. It's not ending with CH or SH or double S or X or Y or anything or O to add the ES. It ends with K. So we should add the S alone. The manager talks without E. Sorry, without E. Talks with all employees once a week. The manager and I has a meeting today. This one is very tricky. Why? Because it looks that we are talking about the manager. The manager is one person. But let's continue the sentence. The manager and I. So is it one person? No. It is two persons. Yes, two persons in the sentence. So we should not use has. We should use have. So the mistake here is has. We should have. The manager and I have a meeting today. How do we change these into negative? You studied this in the general English, but let's repeat them to refresh your mind and to warm you up for the coming units and subjects. We have I work. It becomes I do not work. I like my job. I do not like my job. They have benefits. They don't have benefits. We have a nice boss. We don't have a nice boss. So in all the sentences, we added do not. I don't work. I don't like. They don't have. We don't have. So with I, they, we, you, we add don't. Where? Here. Between the subject and the verb. We add it here. Don't. Here. Here we add don't. This is the rule. I, you, we, they. We add don't, not, or don't before the verb. قبل الفعل. لكن but with he, she, it, we use does not or doesn't. When? قبل الverb, before the verb, and we delete the S. Very important. Very, very important that you remember that if we add does not, we delete the S from the verb. Why? Because we already have the S here. We cannot have two S's. Two S's in the sentences is wrong. So let's go to change these to negative. She has a lot of experience. He drives to his work. The new employee comes early. My coworker talks to me. So let's start with number one. She has a lot of experience. We said we are going to use what? Does not. Yes. Where? We put it here. She does not. And has become have. This is the rule. We change has into have. He drives. We put does not here. He does not drive without the S. Why? Because we have does. With does, we cannot have S with the verb. The new employee does not. Where shall we put does not? Here? No. Here? No. We said before the verb. Here. Does not come early. My coworker does not talk to me. Where? Here. Does not talk without the S. I'm very sure that you have studied all of these and you know them, but this is just to refresh your memories about it. And this is the rule that we studied. How do we change this statement into questions? Very simple. We use do in the beginning of the sentence. Do I work? Or do you work? Do I like my job? Do you like your job? Do they have benefits? Do we have a nice boss? And at the end we put question mark. Question mark here, and question mark here. With she, he, or it, we use does in the beginning of the sentence. Does she have a lot of experience? And again, the verb become have. The verb becomes have, and if it has S, we delete the S. Does he drive to his work? Does the new employee come? Does your coworker talk to you? And then a question mark at the end of each sentence. So this is the how we do it. We have do in the beginning, does in the beginning, and the rest of the sentence, and we delete the S from the verb. I hope the lesson was very clear. If you have any questions, you can email me or call me in my office hours. I welcome questions. What matters to me that you understand the content of the course. I'm very concerned about this, and I will get very worried if you don't understand what I explained to you. So if you have any questions, please ask me so I can elaborate, explain more to you. Next classes, inshallah, we are going to use the board. We have examples, and we will try to make this course very live, very interactive. And again, remember, this is our textbook. This is our book. Remember not to use old or past materials from past courses. I wish you all the best and see you, inshallah, next class.